Hello everyone, I am Laethas and welcome back to another video, and today I thought I would do something a little bit different, and this isn't something I've done before, and that would be I'm going to be starting another Manga Tag video. I hope nothing very similar to the one that I'm doing has been done before. I'm sure somewhat similar things have been done, but I'm hoping nothing like almost identical has happened. But I'm going to be doing what I call a characters Manga Tag, and it's basically just 8 questions, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 questions about for characters. Just you'll see when I get to the questions, but I have 8 of them, and I'm going to be answering them, of course, and then I will be tagging 3 people at the end of the video. But to kick this off, the first question is the best male role model character. So this is like a character that I feel is a good role model for boys to sort of like look at and be like, that's a guy that you want to become. That's like, he's not a bad guy, he's a good guy, he does good things, stuff like that. And so I went with Kenta Usui from Chibi Vampire, and this is a character who's he's really nice. He tries to do things for other people, and he's just a really nice guy, and that's, you know, that's part of him, that's part of his character. Yeah, there he is, right there. Yeah. I don't really know how else to, like, say it other than, like, he's a really good person, who sort of, he does other things for other people, and he's just a good guy. So, best male role model character would be Kenta Usui from Chibi Vampire. Next up, I have best female role model character, and this is basically same thing except for girls instead of boys, and that would be, unfortunately I can't show it because the volume's too big, and that would be, I would say, Nasuka from Nasuka, The Valley of the Wind by Hayao Miyazaki. And Nasuka is just a really strong individual, and she does the things that she wants to do, and she sort of she leads everyone else, and she's an empowered figure, and she's just a very strongly written character, and a very good female character as well, and one I believe that people can look up to sort of as like a really good character to sort of kind of to just look up to and stuff like that. So best female role model goes to Nasuka from Nasuka of the Valley of the Wind, or Princess Nasuka if you want to use her title. And then next we have the character that best embodies evil, and this is somewhat spoilery, though not really, and that I was debating who I wanted to put at this slot, but at the end of the day, it can be no one other than Griffith from Berserk. It's just, he perfectly, he fits the role perfectly, and the way that it sort of happens fits, the idea of evil, perfectly as well, as well, that, he really just is the perfect sort of tragic hero that becomes a villain type thing. So he lets his desires sort of and his greed and his desires and his greed, his avarice, his pride, no, not really his pride, his dream, he lets it lead him astray and do horrific things. His ambition, that's the word I was looking for. He lets his ambition get to him, or control him, and he just best embodies the idea of the idea of what it means for someone to be evil, and he does just awful things. But yeah, the character that best embodies evil has to be Griffith from Berserk. And the next question is the character with the most progression, and I think I need to make a note here that there's a difference between character progression and character development. You'll see what I mean by that later, because I have another question, but progression is how much a character changes from the beginning to the end, and so this is the character that has changed the most since the beginning of the story, and how could it be anyone other than Shoya Ishida from A Silent Voice, going from the bully to sort of the closest friend of Shoko, and it's really the entire story is his progression from the beginning to the end, but it really is just a fantastic journey to watch him go through such incredible change throughout the entire series. So the character with the most progression has to be Shoya Ishida from A Silent Voice, in my opinion. And then next up we have the most developed character, and so here's where I'm going to sort of explain why develop and progression are different. And this is sort of knowing stuff about the character and their psyche and stuff like that. And so the most developed character, I believe, in my opinion, has to be Nana Osaki from Nana. Now, the reason I choose Nana for this is because you basically know every decision that she is going to make before she makes them, because of how well Aizawa has sort of told you about this character. You know just about every little detail about who she is as a character and as a person, and you know exactly the kinds of decisions she's going to make. You know her personality through and through, and you just know absolutely everything about this character, and it's great just to watch the story unfold and you being able to know exactly what the character is going to do and sort of who this character is as a person, just from sort of all aspects of their character. So the most developed character has to be Nana Osaki from Nana. And the next question I have up is the most underrated character. And this is Luca from Berserk. She appears in the Conviction arc, sort of the second sub-arc of the larger Conviction arc, but I don't hear anyone talk about her, and she doesn't have a lot of people that sort of favorite her as a character, but she has become one of my favorite characters in manga, because she is just a fantastic character. You just get to see the kinds of things that she does, how she's able to help all of the people around her, and even though like she's framed, given the light that she's framed in from stereotypes and stuff like that, you wouldn't. I think Kentaro Miura had her in a certain light intentionally, just to show, you know, like stereotypes are kind of like not relevant, because Luca is a fantastic character, and I don't ever hear anyone talk about her. So Luca is my most underappreciated, I guess would be a better term, but I used underrated character. Yeah, Luca from Berserk, or maybe it's Lusa. I think it's Luca. I think that's the pronunciation. And next we have the most reliable character, and that has to be, without a doubt, again, we're going back to Nana, but it is Yasu Takagi, or really just Yasu. Yasui, I believe, is his full name, but Yasu is what you know him by. And this guy, he knows how to do everything. He's calm, he's collected, he doesn't freak out. He is basically there as sort of support for anyone that needs him, and he just is able to accomplish things that other people aren't able to do, and he's able to keep a cool head, stay calm, and do the things that he needs to do, and he's sort of like a pillar of support for all of the characters in the story. They can all sort of go to him, and they can rely on him to sort of be there to support them when they need it. So, the most reliable character has to be Yasu. And last, but certainly not least, the final question and that is the character that is most like you. So the character that I think is the most like me is Kei Kuramoto from Flying Witch. And this guy, he wants to chill. He wants to do the things he needs to do. He doesn't get super excited about anything. He isn't, you know, he just wants to relax, sort of do the things he wants to do. He wants to do well, but he isn't like losing his mind or going crazy or anything like that. He's just kind of there, sort of relaxed all the time, not freaking out. So I feel like he and I are very, very, very similar to each other. So the character that's most like me has to be Kei Kuramoto from Flying Witch. But that will do it for this tag video. If you'd like to leave your opinions for the questions listed, I will have the questions in the description. You can leave those in the comments down below, and the 3 people I'm going to tag are going to be Insidious Swede, Apollo Gray, and Kid Named Jack, or Jordan. I'm tagging you 3, so make a video at some point, hopefully, if you're watching. But yeah, I will have the questions in the description, as I said. So you know, just tag me on Twitter or something, let me know if and when you post the video. But yeah, that will do it for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and share, and if you'd like to keep up to date with all of my content, you can hit that subscribe button. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I am Laethas. Goodbye.